I'm going to attempt to go ahead and take the motor out, swap it all around, and connect it all. ESC up here, battery up here, and then most of my weight should be up on the front. So we'll see what happens. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back. It's been a while. I've been busy. Been on the road traveling. And as you can see behind me, we have ended up back in Arizona again. But this time, I'm on a ranch. Look how big some of these things are, man. This one's real interested in what we're doing. Look at that. This is only a couple of them. They got like a herd of like 50 of them that run around. They did a big cattle roundup a couple weeks back when we were here. It's super cool, man. Anyway, we are back in Arizona, here by the Superstitions again. We love the Superstitions, and what better way to come back to Arizona than to buy a new rig and to buy an Arizona made rig. Now I know this rig is, you know, maybe 8 months, a year old or so, give or take, but it's new to me, and I always love new to me vehicles. So let's check out the new to me Redcat Ascent. Now I've been watching videos on this for, like I said, at least 8 months or a year, and I have wanted one of these ever since the first time I seen it, because it was really cool. And ever since I got my Gen 8, my Redcat Gen 8, it's really made me a fan of the Redcat line. So once I seen this, and it's a cheap little 18th scale crawler, you know what I'm saying? I wanted it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna wait, and I held off, and I did other things instead, and finally pulled the trigger, you guys, and here it is. I'm not gonna do like a unboxing or anything of this one. There's plenty of those out there, but I am probably going to do a little run video, box stock, you know what I'm saying? And then I have plans. I kind of want to, you know, put some hop-ups on it. I want to trick it out a little bit. So we'll see what happens with this one. You guys know what could be possibly worse than ordering a new truck online and then waiting days for it to get here. And then you get it, and you get it out of the box, and then you charge the battery up, and the battery finally gets to a full charge. And then your day becomes busy, and you have to wait a whole another day and a half to drive your new truck. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that's almost torture. All right, first thing right off the bat, you guys, I know there's tons of videos about these already, but this is my first crawl with it, my first ascent, so these are my first thoughts. This is just a really nice looking rig. How capable will it be right out of the box? We'll find out. And right now, unfortunately, where I'm at, I don't have much of a area or a course or anything really good to really test this out. But I do have plans here real soon on going to up into Tonto National Forest, or even over to Mini Moab with the rigs for a day, and then I'll really be able to test this one out and see what she's capable of. There we go. Get up there. There we go. I can, though, say I'm going to need eventually more weight. Tires are going to be a massive needed upgrade. These ones ain't terrible, but they're just stiff, a little stiff, and they seem like they're not really gripping as much as I would really like them to. All right, you guys, so finding somewhere to try to test this out this time around has made me realize that I need something for at home here at the house that I can use to test these, like some little mini course or something. But the only problem is I do live in an RV, so I am limited to space, you know what I'm saying? So I need to find some kind of mini crawler course for 18th scale and 24th scale, something I can take apart and put back together, or maybe I just need to custom build some little parts that I can maybe throw in a storage tote or something. I'm not sure, but I have to figure something out, you guys, because I don't always want to have to leave the house or go somewhere and find somewhere to crawl my rigs. So I think this has led me into a future project. Got to figure this one out. All right, so question for you guys. Do you know of anything that is small, portable, something that's not crazy expensive, maybe something that gets put together that can be taken apart as well and stored in a storage tote or something that will fit inside the RV, storage wise, that I could use for a crawler course? If you know of anything, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, toss me a link, email, something like that, and please let me know so I can check that out, because I have to find something that I can use inside the RV, or even just right out here outside on the ground, for when I don't have a great spot to crawl. In the meantime, until we get somewhere to really test this out, I think I'm gonna do a few things first. I think I'm gonna try to move some of the weight up front, and I think I'm going to paint the inside of the body black and put some lights in here and get this thing lit up. So sometimes I like to see through my windows, other times I really don't, and I don't care. I think I don't care about these ones, so I'm going to spray the inside all black. Like I said, it'll tint those out. But the first thing I think I'm going to do is add some stickers. I got some really cool, I don't know if you can see them in the camera, I got some really cool little stickers here, and I've been seeing people put them, you know, on the door panels and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna do it a little differently. So let's cut out some stickers and let's sticker this thing up. So I did a little bit of sticker work there on the back windshield, make it look stickered out. But anywho, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here to the inside of the body, and I'm gonna take off the mounts, so that way I can have a clear body, and I'm gonna paint the inside of this body all black. But before I paint it, I'm gonna come through on the outside, and I'm going to cover it with some plastic and masking tape or something like that, so that way my spray paint that I use doesn't you know, get over onto the body or anything like that. So let's go ahead and prep this for some paint. All right, guys, we're covered in plastic and taped up, probably a little overboard. I know it's overboard. But anyway, now I'm gonna go ahead and spray this light layers, and hopefully we won't get any overspray, and we're going to darken this up and tint these windows. Now, while we wait for the coats to dry, and while we are doing multiple coats, I have lights that I'm gonna put on here. I'm gonna plug them in, make sure they all work, but while I'm at it, I'm going to try to take some of this weight, like the ESC, the battery, and things like that, and I'm going to try to move it up front a little bit, and maybe move the shock placement around a little. And we're going to mess with a couple things here and see if we can't maybe even do the front bumper like I see people do. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to mess with a couple things and see what we can't do to make our performance a little bit better without spending any money. So let's get into it. Let's see what we have come up with so far. So far, I have switched the shock placement from one here, just back a movement there. Put that on that angle. Same thing with the backs. I got rid of the battery tray, as you can see back here. Got rid of the battery tray, or I'm sorry, ESC tray. ESC's here. I think I'm gonna move the ESC like I see everybody doing here. But I thought I seen somebody's video, I don't know where, and if I did, hopefully I can find it again. But I think you can swap this motor around if you move the plate and everything around and just kind of turn it so that way my motor's back here, and I put that little bit of weight here, and then all the other weight, including my battery, is going to go up here like this. So I think that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to attempt to go ahead and take the motor out, swap it all around, and connect it all. ESC up here, battery up here, and then most of my weight should be up on the front. So we'll see what happens. All right, but before we tear into that, you guys, let's go take a look at the body. Oh, look at my cool cactus. And I think we are done here. That is after 3 coats. Let's take it back to the table. I believe it was 3 coats, maybe 4 on the windows and 3 on the body itself. But we should be all done. Hopefully we have 0 or very, very little overspray on the body. But I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap that now. Let's take a look. So you have it completely tinted out windows. I do have a little bit of overspray in some areas. This area right here is not overspray. That's actually a little bit of from where the tires were rubbing already when I had it on my little bit of my crawl and cruise the other day. So that's a little tire rub from the inside. I already wore the paint off. That was really quick. I only ran it for maybe an hour or so. So a little bit there. And right there, but overall not bad at all. And while this is still kind of wet and tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get that off of there. All right, you guys, as you can see now, I don't have any overspray or anything on the body. We went ahead and got all of that off, except for like the one spot, like I said, right here, which was wear and tear from the inside already, which I think it's crazy that happened so fast. But we just went ahead and cleaned it off really quick and easy with some Clorox wipes. Simple. Why it was tacky, we just scrubbed it off there, you know, put a little fingernail, a little elbow grease to it, and it came right off. So I'm going to finish letting that dry and reinstall the body mounting kit, and we are going to have a tinted out body. And when I put my lights in here as well, I'm going to put some lights in here. It shouldn't make the body glow unrealistically. It should leave it as underglow. So that is pretty much the main reason that I went ahead and sprayed this. So I don't want any glow coming through looking weird. It should work. So let's tear into this truck now, see if we can't swap this motor around. And here we have it. The motor swap was not for nothing. I went ahead and, like I said, I swapped the motor and the plate, and I don't think I swapped any of the I didn't swap any of the links. As you can see, all the links are the same. I just swapped this bottom plate and swapped the motor. Now the motor is facing backwards, which puts just a little bit of weight back there, but nothing really. That don't weigh much. And then we took the plate out of here and everything out of here, the battery tray, and got rid of all that. And then as you can see here, I went ahead and zip tied the ESC to the front tray above the servo. And then I also zip tied the battery to the frame. Now, of course, I'm not going to be able to take my battery in and out, but normally I really don't with this one or my TRX4M. So I usually just charge it with the battery in anyway. So this is going to work out fine for me. As you can see, I also changed the shock placement all the way on the front and the back. And as you can see here, like we talked about, I went ahead and moved the bumper all the way back, drilled new holes, and I did go ahead and trim it also. As you can see, I trimmed some of the sides off there. That's so that way when I go ahead and I see if I can do this one-handed, I can get all my articulation out of there with no rub now. Since I moved the bumper back, I did get a lot of rub there, but now I can go ahead and I can get that all with no rubbing. So a lot of movement there, and the weight should be all up front now, so that should be super beneficial when crawling, and I should have very little weight in the back. And that's all free stuff, you guys, all free. All right, and real quick too, I forgot to mention, since I did the motor swap, things are backwards now. So if I hit forwards, it goes reverse, and if I hit reverse, it goes forwards. You know what I'm saying? So quick and easy fix, you guys. You come up here in your remote and you hit that throttle reverse, and now when I hit forward, she goes forward, and reverse is reverse again. So we are all back to normal. And then like I said, we're going to move on to the body. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the body mounts back on the body and install some lighting so we can get some underglow in this bad Mamba Jamba. Let's do it. I want to point out too, with the ESC up front here, you do feel a little resistance when you're putting on the body, but it really ain't much, and everything attaches just fine. So let's go ahead and move on to figuring out some light placement, and let's get ready to install some lighting. All right, guys, let's have a look at it. And there it is, all said and done, all wired up. Windows are tinted. There are a couple spots, as you can see here, in the windshield, a little one on the body, a couple there on the back, that the spray paint didn't, I guess it didn't get it, or maybe it has something to do with the hot glue for the lights. But there you have it, you guys. Looking good, man. I think it turned out great. Bright as heck. See, I'll show you what we're working here with real quick. Show you how I finished it off, so that way you can see. Hold on one second. Alright, as you can see here, you guys, everything is wired up nicely. I do have a zip tie holding everything together. I ran the lights on the top side of the body pointing down with hot glue, and then I did go ahead and put a layer over the top of them, kind of like you would, you know, see silicone or anything like that, to kind of waterproof them and keep them safe from the elements. So we'll see how she goes, man. All right, what do you guys think, man? I think that's gonna do it for this one, and I'm gonna get out of here. I do have other things on the way for this, so hopefully we will see some more upgrades with this one real soon. Hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.